Hey, good evening, Kentuckiana. I'm meteorologist Christina San Juan, and I wanted to walk you through the newest model data that's come through regarding our strong to severe weather threat that we have as we head into the overnight hours and again through our Thursday afternoon. But first, let's go ahead and reflect on how warm it was today. It actually set a record 75 degrees is what we made it to earlier this afternoon in Louisville. That beats out that old record set a couple years ago back in 2018 of 74 degrees. But now it's time to focus and shift our gears on the severe weather threat that we have. So we are at a risk level 3. That's issued by the Storm Prediction Center. That's 3 of 5 on that severe weather potential scale. And this is due to the potential to have damaging wind gusts, hail, heavy rain that could lead to some localized flash flooding, as well as that isolated tornado threat that cannot be ruled out. So you see the folks shaded in that orange color there. That's pretty much all of our WHAS 11 viewing area. And even if you are not included in that orange, you still have that elevated threat where you're a level 2 of 5, which is the slight risk. So let's go ahead and get into these bottom lines, kind of our headlines, walking you through what we can expect. So we're going to have 2 rounds of storms moving through the area. First one is going to begin right after midnight, lasting through about the morning commute, just after daybreak tomorrow. Also, the second round is going to come on through after about lunchtime, so we'll call it noon to 5 o'clock. So those are the hours that you need to be particularly weather aware for your area. And I'll walk you through Futurecast here in just a second. But again, those threats going to be damaging wind, hail, heavy rain, and then an isolated tornado threat. So getting you started at 11 o'clock this evening, things are still going to be quite quiet. There will be a little bit of wind around, but nothing to worry about as far as temperatures are concerned. We're still holding steady in those upper 50s, kind of hovering around that 60-degree mark across the board here. Moving along into 1 o'clock in the morning. This is at 1:30. You could start to see some of that heavier rain, hear that gusty wind certainly if you're along or south of the parkways, basically from E-Town, Bardstown, Hardinsburg, stretching down to the south. That'll continue to expand northward as the overnight hours go on. 3 o'clock, expect that to be in Louisville, stretching over to Corydon and Frankfort. You folks to the south of the city still going to be dealing with multiple rounds of these cells moving through the area. By 5 o'clock in the morning, as say when you're waking up to take the kids to school or headed to work, yeah, it's going to be rumbling out there. Expect to hear some bangs of thunder, as well as very gusty wind. With that first round, the main threats there are going to be the damaging wind gust potential, also very heavy rain and hail. However, that isolated tornado threat arrives in that second round that moves through in the afternoon. Here's 10 o'clock. We could have a couple of hours of dry time. Again, don't let that fool you because more thunderstorms are going to be pushing in by the afternoon. So this is 12:30. We get another broken line of showers and storms. And again, this is ahead of that cold front. So this could provide a better opportunity to get an isolated tornado spin up. 4 o'clock, we're still dealing with this, so this is pretty much an all-day event. It won't be until about 7 or 8 o'clock after sunset tomorrow evening that we finally start to settle down, and that severe weather threat is going to go down quite a bit. So 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we just are left cloudy and quite a bit cooler as that cold front's going to pass through. Temperatures are going to plummet into those lower 30s, and they don't recover a whole lot for your Friday. We do have a cool Friday on tap where we're going to struggle to even make it to 40 degrees. So that main threat is going to be the very strong wind in those thunderstorms. And whether you're in the thunderstorm or not, I still expect there to be gusty winds pretty much all day long. That tornado threat is there. It's not zero. It's something we're going to be watching around the clock. We'll constantly have a meteorologist here in the WHAS 11 Weather Center monitoring the radar and kind of keeping up communication with the National Weather Service. Hail also could reach severe potential, something to watch for there. Flooding threat is low, but still I think we could see some localized flash flooding there. It's just not going to be a widespread threat for us. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next couple of days. We do have a beautiful weekend in store for us. Saturday into Sunday going to be in the mid and upper 50s. We hold on to those upper 50s on Monday, but then we're tracking our next round of those showers and potentially some thunderstorms. So hang in there. We will be there with you through this entire event. There will be a meteorologist here around the clock, and we'll make sure to continue to update you on anything we're seeing. So just make sure that you do have a way to receive alerts, and also if your power goes out, it's a good idea to download that WHAS 11 news app so that you can watch us while you're in your safe spot. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.